Greetings, pro wrestling fans, and thank you for joining us at the Pro Wrestling LookBack Podcast. I'm Nick, and I'm sitting here with
DC3, a.k.a. Just Don.
I think the names are officially back now. I don't know. It's like 3-4 weeks in a row. I thought you were saving it for the LookBack Show, but
yeah, I don't know. Just,
it's good. Keeping it different. This feels a little bit weird. Nobody knows the difference listening, but we're recording on a Wednesday.
It feels early.
It does, and it's light outside.
It's light out. It's kind of weird.
It's even more weird. But, thanks for checking out the Roundtable. This is episode 24 and two-man booth. Like I said, a little bit of a last-minute recording, so we figured we'd try something different and get her done. We got some other stuff we got to do later, but you'll find out about that on the weekend. Maybe some look back. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, get ready.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at PWLookBack. If you get a chance, head over to iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube. Hit the 5 stars on iTunes if you feel the need and you like the show so far. We'd much appreciate that. If you want to send us an email, prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com is where you can do that. Any questions, anything like that, send us DMs, emails, whatever works best for you. Get at us, let us know. If there's anything, any titles or championship lookbacks, something we dropped last week, new show, that interests you, let us know. We can maybe fit that into the schedule. Mm-hmm. We do have a lot of WrestleMania lookbacks coming up in the future, but don't forget to check me out on Twitter as well, at Salsa, SCELSA.
And I'm at JustDon44.
All right there, Donovan.
Yes.
Round table. I guess, I don't know where you want to start, but I figured we haven't in a little while. I want to just take a second. Shout out to the Stringers podcast. Mm-hmm. That episode's been officially released. We urge everybody to go check them out at the Stringers pod. I think it's just at Stringers, to be honest. And check out the episode. They had us on for a crossover episode last week. We kind of talked to the host there, Clayton, about wrestling and I don't know, all sorts of stuff. It was really weird to listen to because we recorded it like 3 weeks earlier and then it came out like a month after that. So it was, I don't know, it was cool. Definitely go check that out if you guys are interested in our show and you like us. It's cool to hear us talking to somebody that doesn't know too much about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Thanks again to them for having us on the show. That was it was a fun time and we're looking forward to talking more wrestling with you guys in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Some things in the works.
Definitely, there's some things in the works. We'll keep it under wraps for now, but hopefully we can, get more into that in the future. But other than that, some of our other podcast content creators, don't forget to check them out as well, at 20x20 Pod, at the Armchair Bookers, at the Deadass Girls Podcast, and at Wells Mania. These guys are all kind of fan-created podcast content just like us. Jesus, I'm having a tough time speaking today there, Don. And yeah, they all do they're all a little bit different than us too. We're all a little bit different than each other. So it's cool if you like us, check one of them out and then kind of bounce around between our little stable of wrestling podcasts.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. And I guess other than that, with all we're getting in on all our little plugs and stuff here. Not plugs, but you know what I mean. Thank you to anybody who's listened to our shows since day one or since we launched on iTunes. We've seen more downloads coming in lately. We popped up on the new and noteworthy page on iTunes. We just fucking appreciate it, man. It is awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks to anybody who has listened or is listening.
Yeah, thanks to all fans, friends. Shout out to Road to Riches on Twitter.
Yeah. Shout out to him for sure.
My boy Costa. I've been meaning to shout you out for a while. I know you're listening, so...
Yeah,
we'll get you in here soon. We'll get you on here soon.
I was just going to say, I'm going to have to meet him because he's been a big supporter of us on the social medias since kind of almost day one. So, Yeah, I just figured we should take some time to let all these people know that we appreciate them listening to the Roundtables lookbacks, championship lookbacks. Younger obviously appreciates them as well. Younger's not able to be with us at the moment, but like I said, we just wanted to let everybody know we appreciate that. Also, I don't know, I kind of heard somebody else saying this, and I figured I'd bring it over to our show as well, and we'd much appreciate it if you did so. If you are listening on iTunes, snap a screenshot, throw it up in your Instagram story, throw it in Twitter, let people know, get the word out there. If you enjoy the show, who says that there isn't more wrestling fans out there that will enjoy the show as well?
That's right.
Yeah. And like I always said, send us questions and any topics that you want brought up on roundtables or lookbacks to at PWLookback or prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com. Alrighty.
How was that show?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I had a pretty good weekend last week. I did a lot of shout-outs there for the last 5 minutes, but shout-out to Will and Mike D for driving me to the show. It was pretty awesome. Will's 87 Cavalier was fucking incredible to get into. Never seen that, and shout-out to your car, Will. I love it. And Younger too. Younger was there with the family, so shout out to him as well. There was a local house show there in Oshawa, Ontario. This is kind of, the closest WWE venue to where we live, other than Toronto, I guess. And yeah, it was a good show, man. I picked myself up a man t-shirt, the man.
Nice.
Got myself the man. They didn't have much for fucking selection, I got to be honest. It was the Shield Boys and Elias and Finn Balor, Cena. So, yeah.
Cena's always there, eh?
Well, of course. You're going to get that. I feel like if there was more room, they'd keep a Stone Cold and the Rock shirt there too, just to kind of,
Yeah.
And if Hogan wasn't so rocky right now, then they'd probably be selling Hogan shirts at the I don't know how popular they would be, but I'm sure they'd be selling them. But yeah, no, it was a good show. What should I get into? Other than, honestly, the whole show as a whole.
Yeah.
The whole show as a whole. I don't know if that makes sense. The entire show was a really good different types of matches. Like you had a 6-man women's tag match.
Mm-hmm.
You had Elias and I think it was Drew McIntyre going at it. So 2 kind of heels going at each other. Drew came out to attack No Way Jose because Jose was coming out to party with Elias and make a song or whatever.
Oh, they fought each other, you said, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. So when you told me that, I thought Elias was still a face.
Well, that's exactly right. So I looked at it as like, oh, okay, I guess they're 2 heels because they were both kind of making fun of Oshawa. I know Drew called Oshawa the armpit of Ontario, so it is what it is. But I would say the main sticking point from the entire house show for me personally was the co-main event, which was a tag match between the Revival and I don't know what they're called, the Glorious Ones, maybe the Glorious. I just called
Glorious Gable.
But is that the name of the team?
No,
Glorious. That just sounds like.
I feel like I called them that a few times. Now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I wrote that on my fucking paper when I was making notes. Glorious. Yeah, I did. Glorious Gable. But I don't know. The match that they had at this house show was incredible. 25 minutes at least. Pretty much, if anybody watched Raw this week, pretty much the match you saw on Monday Night Raw is the match that they did at the house show, obviously with a reverse finish. Go check out our Instagram page if you want to see the finish of that match. They did their backflip neckbreaker combo to get the win at the house show, obviously. But being able to watch the entire match without commercials, without breaks, and just being sucked into it the whole time, I can confidently say this is definitely the best house show match I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
And not that I've probably definitely, I guess I know I've been to more actual, Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view, whatever it is, than I have house shows, but this was probably the best house show match I've seen, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think all the guys that were with us enjoyed the show a lot, and the main event was a bit of a dud, though.
Oh, what was it?
It was Strowman and Baron in an Oshawa street fight.
And for those of you who don't know what an Oshawa street fight is, gets a little grimy, gets a little dirty, gets a little nasty.
I can't believe they said that, to be completely honest with you. I can't wait to tell like some of my uncles and stuff, like, oh yeah, I went to wrestling and they had an Oshawa street fight. I'm curious to hear the reaction of a few of them, but other than that, I don't know what else to talk about really. I just wanted to let people know, you know, if you're on the fence about going to a house show anytime soon, go, man. It's worth it. The crowd was fucking into it, and I can't speak for other locations because I know as of late from what I've heard from my boy Wade, and I want to clarify before I get into the wrestling. I always say my boy Wade. I don't know Wade Keller. I'm just a huge fan, and I listen to his shit, and he's probably my go-to wrestling journalist. So. But yeah, they always talk about that the house shows are down in attendance. And there was a point during this house show where I stopped watching the match and I looked around everywhere. There was no empty seats. Like, there might have been a few here and there, but there was no pockets of empty seats anywhere in the building. And I mean, this is a junior hockey arena. Like, the Oshawa Generals play there, for anybody who doesn't, live local. So it's not as big as an Air Canada Centre or fucking Scotiabank Arena or whatever it's called nowadays. But I don't know. To me, I looked around, I'm going, shit, the crowd's into this. But then I also had another one of those moments when the main event was happening, and I was like, shit, these people love this a lot more than they love the tag match. Yeah. There's a lot of different types of wrestling fans here, you know what I mean? Because the more the kids and the casual fans were going crazy for Braun Strowman. He was over like Rover, to steal a quote from Taz. Yeah. I don't know. Did you have any questions for me? I guess we can move on. I wanted to state that it was a good show.
No, I would just to speak on it a little bit. Maybe I think maybe with house shows it maybe depends where you are too. Like maybe over here it's a little more bumping hot.
Well, that's what I was gonna say because I'm sure there is house shows.
Yeah.
Maybe in places that get more live events.
Yeah.
Not live event house shows. Live events being TV tapings. Mm-hmm. Maybe those house shows aren't as busy. I don't know. Like in a New York City or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or places like that get it wrestling
Chicago,
more frequently.
exactly.
Chicago, Philly.
Yeah.
I think, too, it's interesting with the house show always because I remember hearing, and even when we went to the previous one with Roman Reigns' reaction before.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't all as bad as it was on TV sometimes.
Not at all.
And I remember hearing from other shows that I listened to that like, oh, well, Roman Reigns, he gets great reactions at house shows. So it's like, it's really, it's interesting. And it's always cool to see, the long matches and shit. I love that.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Well, that was my main point with bringing up this house show was that tag match and how blown away I was by the performances of all four of them.
Yeah.
It was really good. But yeah, the Braun Strowman stuff, it's cool to see how, not cool, I don't know what the right word would be, but I guess cool. It's cool to see the difference of types of fans that you have in wrestling.
Yeah, for sure.
Where a guy can be booed on TV or different arenas, different countries, and then other places he's over. Like I said, over like Rover. Shout out Taz.
I asked you about him. I just remembered. Sorry. Seth wasn't there, though, right?
No, I think he's nursing some kind of injury in his back. I don't know if they're selling that from TV, from what happened with him and Brock, or if maybe they just wanted him off the road. But Sasha wasn't there either. And I heard she's been milking something as well.
Yeah, I've heard little things about that, too, actually.
She did take a pretty hard bump into the barricade on Raw this week. But at the same time, she didn't enter the match because of that bump. So I didn't know if that was kind of something that they were, She might not make it to Sunday. Yeah, we're going to give you a rundown of kind of the entire Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. We might keep this roundtable a little shorter than most weeks, but you never know with me and Donovan on the sticks here, as they say in WWE. Other than me going to the house show, I would say the biggest news from last week, Mr. Kenny Omega signing with AEW, showing up there at the old fucking pool party, and
making it official. Eh?
Do you think he came out in a suit to troll Triple H?
I don't know.
That was my first reaction. I
don't know.
He probably didn't. I
didn't think about that at all. Actually, I thought it was kind of weird, because I don't know.
To me, he
doesn't seem like a suit guy to me.
Well, to me, it was just because of the little writing you had underneath his name that said Vice President.
Oh, did it say that?
Yeah.
True.
So that's him. He's co-vice president with the Bucks and Cody or whatever, right? This is what I want to get into, kind of.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should start before I get your opinions on whether...
I don't know. Give it to me. What is it?
Well, I think it was Don Tony that said it, or Mish, this past week, and I was like, yep, you're fucking right. This is just an extra paycheck for these guys. This is just another way to get paid.
Yeah, I think it was Mish. I remember hearing about that actually too.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Wrestling Soup, but I agree completely. That's the only reason they're getting titles, is because this is another paycheck that they can put in their bank account once they're at the point where they're all paying themselves weekly or bi-weekly or whatever the case may be. Now, as far as Kenny going there, I guess I'll go in first before you can get my opinions, but I don't know. This, to me, straight up, this was a bad decision by him. But I'm speaking solely
from a selfish.
No, not at all.
No?
I'm speaking from a Kenny Omega pro wrestling career standpoint, not from a Kenny Omega bank account standpoint. Because from a Kenny Omega bank account standpoint, this probably was the right decision.
But Nick, he's changing the world.
Is he though? What's he gonna do over there? Go fight a bunch of people that he's already fought? We can. You know what I mean? The way I look at it is, for his wrestling career, if he wanted to be, known more outside of the diehard wrestling fans like us that do podcasts, and the fans that are way more into AEW than me, and the fans that maybe even just some fans that just watch WWE, the only way he's going to get any viewership outside of pro wrestling is if he's in WWE. You know what I mean? People know who AJ Styles is now that don't watch wrestling.
You just reminded me of something. I'm not going to, but just like from an outside point of view, as talking about that, I know there's like that TSN Canada thing coming out with him. Do you think that'll bring a casual.
Explain. I didn't know that. Is TSN doing like a spotlight, like a Canadian 30 for 30 type shit?
Yeah, so they're doing it on multiple Canadian athletes, I believe.
Huh.
And Kenney Omega. So I think there's like a hockey player in there, maybe someone doing
basketball
lacrosse,
player,
different types of athletes. And Kenney Omega is one of them. And it's called Omega Man. And it comes out on Wednesday, March 27th. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to talk about that on the future roundtable.
I was watching TV like last week, and I remember seeing a little commercial for it. And I was
really?
like, yeah, it was kind of cool. It was like, I was like, oh shit. Like,
okay, well that will definitely help. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not like saying like it's gonna change the whole, but I'm just I wanted to bring that up.
My counterpoint, because we can go back and forth on this, is Canada.
Canada, yes.
How many people do we have?
Yeah.
How many people does America have?
Mm-hmm.
Not that America's the mecca. Well, it kind of is for North America, but I just mean I'm trying to look at this again. I'm looking at this from a wrestling career perspective. As far as him making money and being able to have more creative freedom and maybe do some stuff that he couldn't do in New Japan, which I've heard he's still allowed to go to New Japan and wrestle.
Oh, really?
He's not exclusive to AEW.
Interesting.
Yeah. Whether he's going to be at that Madison Square Garden show, I have no fucking idea. But I've heard that, he is still allowed to be in New Japan.
Huh.
Which to me is weird, being the president of another wrestling company or the co-president or whatever. But I don't know. I don't want to get too bashy because I love Kenney Omega. This guy's one of the best wrestlers on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
I just want more people to know who this guy is. And in my opinion, going to AEW is not a way to put your name out there in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's an opportunity that he might not have been able to pass up on, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to not let you talk. I see tweets from the Bucks and stuff. Oh, Kenney was always going to be there with us. He was an original member of the Elite. Well, then why did you fuck around with Triple H and try and sign contracts and see what they could offer you? Well, fuck you guys. I like them, but it's like, just go then and do that. Why are you yanking people's chains over here just to see what they'll... I don't know. I'm not a businessman.
You got to play the field a bit,
I get it. That's why I'm saying I'm not a businessman. I have not dealt with contract negotiations where one company wants me for X millions and then another company is willing to help me start something. I haven't been there.
Yeah.
I can't speak, but in my own personal opinion for who I am, it's not the best decision.
Yeah, I mean, in defense, I guess I don't want to dive too much into it. Mm-hmm. In the long run, maybe AEW does some great things, and he can make a difference as he wants to being there.
Totally,
which, hopefully he does.
And I think we'll see.
No. I was just saying, like I've said on previous occasions, like either way, and you as well. Like I'm gonna tune into wherever he landed. I'm gonna stay up to date anyway. The one thing I have to say though is like seeing him and Jericho off the bat, I wasn't super fucking excited.
Same
about
here,
that at all.
bro.
Like that didn't get me out of my seat.
I don't know why everybody's popping for this.
Well, it looked like a fucking cat fight for one. It looked like two.
I don't even mean that. I just mean like this is like your big show now that you're officially AEW. And is this going to be the main event? Like New Japan's main event from 2 years ago?
Yeah, I'm not sure what direction they're going to go with that main event.
I don't know. But not that matters specifically. I just mean...
I just wasn't personally too excited about it. And a part of that being like the fact of these guys doing like podcasts together. And I know it's a different world. And there's no, there's no kayfabe or whatever the fuck. And
yeah, turn the heat up there, Don.
I just don't want to. I don't want to see that right now. Like I'm good. Like I would have rather have seen him against someone else, XYZ wrestler here.
Oh, bro, this is another one of those moments where I wish we had video because I'm so happy you said that. Like I just couldn't agree more because I've been feeling the same way all week, seeing so much stuff on Instagram, so much stuff on social media about, Double or Nothing, Omega Jericho 2. I don't know. It just doesn't. I can't really put my finger on why specifically, but it's a lot to do with what you just said. It just doesn't do it for me, and I didn't even see much of the cat fight or apparently whatever happened at the pool party, but I just don't need to see that again, especially because it's your big show. This is your first AEW branded show, and you're gonna use something that was built for 6 months or whatever it was in New Japan. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Show me something.
I don't know.
I don't want to be too critical because I want to see what happens with this company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I tweeted last week. I caught a little bit of heat for it, but I tweeted that I was, I think I just had a vision. I was watching the rise and fall of AEW on the network, and some people weren't too big of a fans of that. But I was just being funny in the sense that rally reminded me so much of watching like the rise and fall of WCW and just all these, maybe I think it's ECW, but either way, the Monday Night Wars type documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me the same kind of vibes. Everything, the pyro and the metal bars and just being in Vegas. I don't know.
The pool.
Like it just reminded me of the Hogan parade celebration shit when they did that, which is
press conference they had too.
Yeah, it's just a bit different. I think we should move on. Overall, like I said, we'll see what happens in the future.
I'm sure it'll obviously still be a great match, but it's just like sometimes it's not
him
always
in general.
about that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like these guys are buddy, and sometimes I want to see like some hate. I want to see some realism incorporated, and you know, with them, Cody talking about it before about ranking systems and bringing a more real feeling. Like that right there wasn't a good way to set things off for a guy like me.
Nope.
But on the other hand, I'll just quickly touch on it.
Yeah.
My boy fucking Pac cut a hell of a promo. I did see that.
I didn't see that. Was that on Hangman?
Yeah, I think he was like, he popped up on a screen, like he did it through the phone.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome promo, though. Like, go check it out. Anybody who hasn't seen it, I would say go check it out. I came across it on Twitter. I know it's on YouTube, whatever, but...
Yeah, and you're a huge fan of him anyway.
Yeah, and I'm excited for that match. And I guess the Lucha Bros came too.
Which that
I didn't...
But you know what's so funny? I didn't know that they were called the Lucha Bros.
Oh.
So I seen that the Lucha Bros came, and then I didn't know that was Pentagon and Phoenix, because I guess I'm not as fucking tapped into the wrestling as I should be, because I watch more WWE. Whatever, judge me. I sat in the car with Mike D and Will before on the way to the house show, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know who these Lucha Bro guys. I'm like, I saw that they came. I'm like, I just don't know who they are.
Did they look at you like, what the fuck are you talking
about? Well, Mike D kind of just went Pentagon and Phoenix, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize the Lucha Bros were Pentagon and Phoenix.
Yeah.
I just never heard the name Lucha Bros before. So it reminded me of the Super Smash Bros. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Canadian tag team. Well, and the video game, but I was talking about the wrestlers.
It'll be interesting, I guess, you know?
Yeah, and one more shout out to Mike D. He said it himself. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for saying it on the show, but it's so true that I just have to get it out there. And he's a huge fan of these guys. He told me himself. He looked at me and he said, you know what? Let's wait and see what happens. Right now, it's just a T-shirt company.
Yeah.
Because it's true. What have they done? They've signed wrestlers and made shirts. Show me something else, which they will. I'm not saying that show me in the sense like I don't think you're going to be able to. I'm just saying let's slow down right now.
Again, I don't want to go so far down the wormhole, but I think they should like attack a Netflix area too. But we'll talk about that at a later date. But I just think that's a good move for some wrestling promotion. I know Lucha Underground tried it, but I think
some kind of streaming
there's
service.
Such a market there to be like capitalized on, and maybe they're the right people to do it. And I know Netflix does things where like they have a show come out. You could do that, man. I think that's a great area for them.
I think it would be better for us Canadians, because I don't know how easily AEW is going to be accessible.
Yeah.
If it ever does get a TV contract in the States, that doesn't mean necessarily it's going to be broadcast in Canada, because let's be frank, it's not WWE. It doesn't have the clout and the reach, whereas that's something that Canadian sports broadcasting companies are going to pick up and make sure is on their television. AEW's got to make some noise, so then the guys like Rogers and Bell and these people up here in Canada can jump on it and say, hey, maybe we should broadcast that up here as well.
Imagine they got it with TSN. That would be interesting.
That would be crazy. And I mean, for all I know, it's going to pop up on Fox Sports 1 digital, and it'll be here anyway.
Yeah.
But if it is on Netflix, that'll make it even easier for us to make sure we can watch it, because, I mean, you can speak for it. I didn't watch much of the Monday Night Wars or any live, but you weren't able to watch WCW back then.
Yeah.
Not very often, at least.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Not really.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Sucks to be Canadian sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, look out the window, Don. There's fucking 25 centimeters that dropped for us last night, and I spent my whole day moving it around. But
yeah, we are dealing with it out here, guys.
That's for sure. We can move on from, the AEW stuff. Other than
I'm sorry. Fuck.
We can keep
it's not
going.
AEW, but it ties into the New Japan world stuff. Like I can't believe they gave the belt to Jay White already
so soon.
Yeah, fuck. I wish there was a little more of a chase of it. You know.
Yeah,
I get it. He's been on the uprise, but like
I heard somebody say that it felt like transitional for Tanahashi.
Yeah,
and I totally agree with that.
Sure.
Like,
it just seemed so quick.
I like Jay White though. I got to be honest. I like this kid. Well, guy, whatever. And I'm curious to see what he'll do over there in New Japan. I just hope he didn't, because to me it feels so much because it was so soon that it just feels like, oh, Kenny's gone. Okay, you're Kenney now. Like he's
Diet Cola, as John Draper said. Shout out to him. He's Diet Omega. Like he's like Kenny Omega's Coca-Cola, and he's like Diet Cola. Like he's like a watered down version of Kenny Omega.
But yeah,
which to a certain degree, I love. I think that's hilarious because I don't know.
Have
I'm
you ever
not
seen
knocking
those, like,
the guy
selection-
that much, but
Yeah.
like there's something about him I don't like. But he's a heel, and I like that. But I don't know if it's the fact that I don't like him as a wrestler or his character. You know?
I think I like him because one of the first times I saw him was in person. I gotta be.
True. Yeah.
Was at that
Yeah.
ROH in May last year. So I've always, I don't know. I liked him when he was lower, and I was like, oh, this is the first guy that I'm going to be able to say that I saw kind of his whole journey up.
Yeah.
But like you said, it happened very quickly.
Very. Yeah.
But next week, hopefully Younger will be here. Maybe Will be here. And we can talk more about.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to Younger about it too, because I know he's big on him. I'd love
Oh
to
yeah,
just
I
hear his
talked to
take
Younger
on
about it like via text off pod and everything, and he was happy. Obviously, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know, good for him. I want to see what he can do. That's kind of exactly what I said to Younger about that. Yeah, there was one more thing. Dean Ambrose for AEW, but we'll talk about that later down the week.
Yeah.
Down the line. I guess we can go straight into Elimination Chamber, and we'll mix in any kind of Raw and SmackDown talk in there as well.
Yeah.
All right, then. I got to do this just because I love doing it now.
Oh, what do we got?
Time for the chamber.
I love it.
All right, so
The playground.
Yeah, shout out to Younger. Elimination Playground.
Maybe there'll be no padding this Sunday.
I fucking hope so, bro, because Sonya Deville was cutting a promo on SmackDown, and she's like, oh, when you get thrown on that steel grate outside the ring, and I was like, what steel grate? What, the one from 4 fucking years ago before you brought this trippy chamber back? Which I said on previous roundtable, I don't mind the look of the chamber.
Yeah.
But the padding on the floor makes no fucking sense.
Well, even we talked about it last year. I don't think we were recording at this time, or maybe we didn't talk about it on a show because we were doing only lookbacks. But like, I remember sitting watching the pay-per-view with you guys being like, well, you know what? The upside to it is you got a guy like Dean Ambrose in there wwho's like, you know, the lunatic or whatever. Maybe he'll rip off the fucking padding and then it can make for a bigger spot. But nope. Didn't get it.
We need Ciampa and Gargano for that.
Or Mick Foley.
They're the king of yeah. I was just thinking lately I feel like Ciampa and Gargano rip up that fucking the mats on the side of the ring every match.
Definitely.
But yeah, so we'll go straight into it. We'll try and be a little bit quicker than we have maybe on some prediction shows in the past, but Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin.
Oh, that's official.
Yeah, main event of my house show.
That's excellent. Is it going to be, where are they? Atlanta?
What?
Where are they? Where's the Atlanta, Boston? You don't have to get it. It doesn't matter. But maybe we'll get a fucking Las Vegas street fight.
Yeah, wherever the show is. That's gonna bug me now. You got to look that up. But,
I can't believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe they're fighting again. Like, I'm so.
This has got to be the end. This is all. Like I said, we're gonna go somewhat quicker than normal, but this is all I've got written down. Is Braun needs to fucking win. This needs to be done here.
Yeah.
Corbin needs to go see wardrobe and find new gear.
Yeah, put on some
for Monday
trunks or something.
Something. Well, maybe not trunks. I couldn't see him in trunks. But
switch it up.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, you know what would be great that I just thought of?
What?
Oh man, this would be perfect. Why don't they make him the fucking Daniel Bryan? They should put him with DB and fucking Buddy.
Ugh.
No?
No, he'd suck the life out of that fucking leech.
But he'd get heel heat. He'd help them get more heel heat.
He's got to grow.
And if he told me he eats fucking vegan burgers, I'd believe him.
Yeah, he's one of those like hipster.
Yeah, if he walked up to me and said, tofu with the side of vegan meat. And,
I work at Hot Topic.
Which is... I love vegan food, to be completely honest. I love Hot Topic. Yeah, I like Hot Topic too. But, yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't want him. I keep him away from my boy, man. Fuck that shit. Get Luke Harper or where's Bray missing in action? Give me Bray. Where the fuck's Bray?
I told you he's hiding in a box.
God damn.
Listen to the show last week. Okay, so just give me a prediction for who you think's gonna win, and maybe one reason as to why.
Braun Strowman, I think, will take it. I don't know. Have they fought a million times? I feel like Corbin's got some wins. Let's steam Braun up for whatever he's doing at Mania. fuck Baron Corbin, and let's switch it up, like you said.
Yeah, let's get Baron Corbin doing something different. You're not the GM anymore. You don't need to wear fucking slacks to the ring.
Houston, Texas.
Ooh.
We're going to have to go to old Texas street fight.
Texas. Hey, that's like perfect. Fuck.
Yeah.
They don't go there very often, eh? I think they were in there for the Rumble 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I think was in Houston.
Yeah, shout out to Booker T, eh? Good old Houston boy.
Yeah, I seen him. This is off topic, but I seen him shouting out some girl that got signed to AEW.
Oh, probably one of his.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. It was one of his trainees. He's like, oh, one of my best students, blah, blah, blah. I hope she does well. And she had signed in AEW. So, like I said before, I want to see that company do well. And it's good to see them signing women and randoms, too, not just.
You might see old Booker over there at some point. Because I know he's been
really?
wanting to go one more little run.
Oh, in the ring?
Yeah, maybe.
Whew.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I'd rather it be here, but, you know.
Yeah, we'll cross that
teach
bridge
his own.
when we get there. Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush versus Finn Balor for the IC Championship. This is a handicap match for the IC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. We'll go back and forth.
Yeah, I don't think it's time to take the title off Bobby. I really don't. I think it's time for Balor to be getting a win. So I don't know what they're going to do there. But I don't think it's time to take that championship off Bobby. Maybe he can lose it at Mania in some kind of, chase. Somebody can chase him from now until Mania. Maybe it's still Finn Balor in a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Finn Balor wins it at Fastlane. Who knows?
Mm. I
just think it's not time to take that title off of him. And, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I feel like the same. I don't... it's too early. Let's do shit with this Intercontinental title. Let's make it good. Make it great.
Let's have a chase.
Yeah. I don't even need him to lose it at Mania, but I want to see a little bit of a rivalry, not just this one-off. I think it's good that Lio Rush is incorporated and that Bobby's a heel, because as much as I look at it like if it was just Bobby, Finn loses, he just lost to Brock, he's losing to another bigger guy, it doesn't look good for him. But with Lio Rush in there and the heel aspect of Bobby Lashley, I feel like you can play off of that, and that they can do some dirty.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I think that Lio Rush being in there is going to contribute to Balor not losing clean.
Yeah,
I think there'll be some kind of way that Balor still walks away from this match looking strong.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. All in all, I think we're both going with Bobby. We're both going with Braun.
Yeah.
We'll keep rolling right through. Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott.
Oh, fuck. Ruby's winning the belt. No, I had to get...
Why did they do this?
Joking.
They just have to give her they got to put the title online at the pay-per-view?
I guess. Yeah.
Because, who was buying this?
Yeah, I know. If it was at the Raw...
I could show you the last 5 minutes of Raw to somebody who'd never watched wrestling, and they would tell me that Ronda's winning this fucking match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to watch much of the content or the product to know how this one's going to go down.
Yeah, it's a weird... it's weird. Yeah, they had to put it on the line, I guess, so that's what they're doing.
That's what I was going to say. Kudos to WWE for acknowledging the title means something, and that they got it. Yeah, another cross on Ronda's people that she's beat, which I think she's already beat Ruby, on Raw in the past.
But one-on-one?
I think so, yeah, because she was on that crossout sheet that they had last week. The only one that wasn't was Dana. Remember I told you? I seen Dana commenting on the bottom, hey, I deserve a shot, which...
Yeah, I like Ruby.
I guess she does.
It's a kind of... Hopefully it's a competitive match,
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I feel bad for her, but I'm hoping that they find a way to make it go plus 7 minutes, 8 minutes, something, you know what I mean? I hope it's not a 5 or a 4 minute tap out by Ruby.
No, I think they'll do a little something. It'll be decent. I hope for. And I'm going to go with Ronda.
Ronda? Yeah, I'm picking Ronda as well. Yeah, I guess that's it. We can go straight on.
That one's pretty. Yeah,
it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, kudos to WWE for consistently putting the belt on the line and having something that the people who are going to the pay-per-view. If I was going to fucking Elimination Chamber, I'd rather see Ronda Rousey than not see Ronda Rousey.
Yep.
So I get that aspect, especially if maybe, who knows, we'll talk about it down the road, but if she's leaving, right? Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tazawa, Cruiserweight Championship.
Oh, that's official. That's happening too. Nice.
Apparently, I like to use my source as the one and only Wikipedia.
Nice.
So
Okay, shout out to Wikipedia.
Nothing too crazy coming from my sources, but...
I don't know if you would be able to answer this question for me. Tazawa's still a heel.
I believe so. Yes, or he was in that fatal 4-way that they had.
The guy in his corner, Daivari, or
is that
one of the one of those.
Yeah, maybe it was Gallagher. Was it Daivari?
No, I believe so. Yeah, he was wearing the Hollywood Dawn shades.
When was that? Was that pre Royal Rumble?
Yeah, leading into the Rumble.
I think he turned or something. I think something happened in between Royal Rumble and now. Again, folks, anybody listening, we don't watch a lot of 205 Live, but definitely want to give the championship some love.
Is it going to be on the main show? I hope so. Hopefully, I can cross my fingers here. And Buddy, all the way.
Yeah, Buddy's taking it.
Another name on his list.
But
I guess
to steal a quote from fucking Oscar. No one is ready for Buddy.
No one's ready for Murphy.
Murphy's
Law.
No one is ready for Murphy, man. They're just not ready. And I don't want to see him lose the belt yet anyway.
No.
They just keep going with that stuff. And
I'd like to see
keep
him
going
have
with the title run. And
competitive match with another guy who's not in the 205 bubble, though.
Mustafa. He's not there anymore, right? I'm just
What?
No.
Well, they've had a million matches, those guys.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's it.
No,
Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy.
Buddy, I'm sorry. Again, I think I've shouted them out 3 times on this show, but Don Tony, bro.
Yeah.
This week, what they said. They're like, you think they'll put it on Tazawa and just to say fuck you to Hideo? Say this could have been you?
Ooh.
This could have been you, but you left.
Yeah. You chose Wendy's. Yeah. So
I'm so happy you said that.
You don't get it.
Because, we keep it real here.
Tazawa does not look like he eats a lot of Wendy's.
No. Can't say the same for Hideo. Can't say the same.
I always wish the Ha got over a little more. Feel bad for him. He's a good wrestler. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about
how
I feel about the Ha getting over more.
I used to think it was going to be the second coming of Yes.
Really?
I did. I honestly did. Legit. When it first started, I was like, oh my God, he has a thing and people do it. People like doing things. Maybe they'll do this.
Stay tuned, guys. We might be going in the future doing a deep dive into the Ha.
Into the Ha
chant. Oh, man. Cracking ourselves up today. What about Miz and Shane versus the Usos? Did you get a chance to watch the Mick Miz TV?
I didn't, because I'm not that interested, to tell you the truth.
Mick Miz. I popped when I seen that, I got to be honest. You're not interested, eh? I thought you were a Shane guy.
I like Shane. I like Miz. I like them both. But
you love the Usos.
Yeah.
What's not interesting?
Well, the Usos, they're a little stale for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying I think I wanted some type of change. But again, maybe this is WWE putting the belts on the line, just kind of a little carryover thing they're doing. Because I feel like maybe Rusev and Nakamura are going to be the guys to take it off of them.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't see the segment at all?
No, I didn't actually, no.
It was a pretty good little back and forth, I have to be honest. Usos had some good promos.
Yeah, and what are they? I don't even know what they are. They're just gray. Like
who, the Usos?
A lot of people are, I guess. Fuck.
The Usos?
Yeah. Are they bad now? The evil?
No, the crowd was chanting for them, and yeah, they're gray. That's a good way to describe them, because they're not really, they're definitely tweening right now, in between, but then they got in the face-to-face with Miz and stuff, and I can't remember everything they said in the promo. I'm sure anybody listening's, saw it, or, it wasn't that important.
Was it something like that? Like, we've been a tag team all our lives, Oos.
Yeah.
And you've been a tag team
6 times
for 2 minutes. Huh?
Yeah,
what? The other guy ad-libbing him, or how they do. I could picture. It's fuck.
That was
Change
pretty
your
much
gimmick.
it. And then, they just
Shave
did
your head,
right?
No. Yeah, but then they got cool. They were cool at first when they were bad, and people didn't like them, and they were dicks, and they were fucking trying to break people's kneecaps and shit, know?
Yeah, I forgot about the kneecap thing.
Yeah.
That was a whole thing.
And they were like, they're badass, and then they just got too badass that they became cool.
Cool, and then now they're
just cool.
Now they're just gray.
They're in limbo.
Grayland.
Fuck.
Yeah. They super kicked them, and that was it, and they fucking left.
It'll be a fun match, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Who's getting the W? Or should I give you mine first?
Miz Mac.
Yeah, I think you're right. My opinion, I mean, I can get yours as well, but my opinion for that is they're not done with this. Whatever this Miz and Shane mania, whatever the fuck ends up happening here in the end, it's not over here.
Yeah.
It's not finishing Sunday. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
I'm going to check out that segment, though, because you said it wasn't bad. I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, The only other little thing from that segment was, and I always think about this shit, I don't know if I'm too nitpicky, too looking under the fucking cushion or whatever the term is. Not the cushion, I don't know. Looking under the blanket.
The apron.
The apron, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The ring apron, everybody. Or like, you
just,
can't look now.
Just the reverse psychology with them getting and being the ones that were standing tall on SmackDown. I think that's another reason.
Oh, the Usos were standing tall.
Well, they super kicked him, Miz and Shane at the exact same time. Miz and Shane were out cold. That's another reason that makes me think, oh, the other guys are probably going to win at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear that.
See.
Classic old school booking.
Yeah. And this is what I should have saved the bell for. The official Elimination Chamber. The first ever. No, I'm lying. They had titles back in the day. But the first ever women's tag team championships.
Yeah.
So I don't I my notes didn't quite go this far. But I think me and you can think of everybody off the top of our head that's in this match. So we've got from SmackDown, Carmella and Naomi.
Yes.
We've got Absolution or whatever the hell they're calling themselves these days, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Yes.
We have
your favorites, the Iconics.
The Iconics, which I can't believe I forgot for half a second there, probably because we're live here, or live to tape or whatever. And then on Raw, we've got Sasha and Bayley. We have Nia Jax and Tamina.
Yep.
And we have the Riot Squad, including or making up, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
And starting the match, is that official that it's Bayley and Sasha and the Absolute Mandy?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville will be starting the match against
I like that.
Bayley and Sasha.
I like that Bayley and Sasha have to start.
So do I, because I do not want them to win. I've stressed this for weeks. I think you have as well.
Yeah.
I know they had a fucked up story last year. They were talking about it this week on Raw, which made me extremely uncomfortable. You know those little...
Was it good? Was it a good
Well,
promo?
you know those little side promos that they do when they're walking to the ring?
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll be on the middle of their entrance and it'll pop up and they'll cut a promo.
Reminds me of 91.
Yeah. So they did that and they're like, oh, remember when you threw me into a locker? Remember when you threw me down the stairs?
Remember when we went to therapy?
Yeah. No, they said that.
Fuck.
They said that. They said...
Jesus Christ.
You remember when we went to therapy? When they said the guy's name, who I can't fucking remember because he's some famous therapist from
the Hell No, yeah.
From the Hell No. I was not famous actually. I mean famous in WWE, famously known in WWE. But yeah, they talked about all that, and I was just like, this is weird. I get that the whole story crescendo arc up and down, but oof, I don't know. I don't want them to win. I've said it. You said it to me. I'll give you my. I don't know if it's a prediction or a want, but Iconics, baby.
Oh.
This is the
I
fucking...
thought you were going with my fantasy shit.
No, this is for me. I've wanted these girls to win the tag team titles since I seen them for the first time. I was like, wow, if they ever get tag titles, these two would be perfect. To me, this is the only true tag team in this match. Yes, we have Tamina and fucking Nia, the man beater apparently lately, not Becky Lynch. Well, fuck, I don't know what they're doing, but they got a lot of shit going on there.
With man-eater Nelly Furtado, that should be her entrance music.
You're going to have to show me that, because I don't know what you're talking about when you bring that up, and you brought it up last week.
Anybody listening, if you're bored and you got some time on your hands, maybe just go, play Nelly Furtado, man-eater, and play Nia Jax walking down. You'll see what I mean. I haven't done it, but I don't know. Just
the only one I know is that Up Like a Bird, whatever that fucking song is by her. I think she's Canadian too.
She is.
There you go.
Shout out. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, yeah, Iconics. I think to me, this is the only team that's in this match that's a true tag team. They've acted like a tag team since day one coming into WWE. If you watch their match on SmackDown, they acted like a tag team. They didn't tag in. If you got pinned, you were the first person in, so they just didn't enter the match.
Yep.
They stayed on the fucking sideline the whole time, and it's like, yeah, I guess you're finagling the rules, but they're heels for one. If they win, people are going to be mad. Oh, they're not good wrestlers, but it's like they're getting better, and they've been a tag team. This is a tag team championship. You know what I mean? You can't just give the titles to Sasha and Bayley. They're not a tag team. Yeah, okay, we've got T-shirts, and we've been coming out together with our entrances for the last 4 months.
Yeah.
You're not a true tag team. These, Billy Kay has never fucking had a match that Peyton Royce wasn't ringside for, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my reasoning. Do I think they're going to get it? I'm not sure. I probably not. I said to you the other day, and let me know if I'm flapping my gums too long, but I said to you the other day, like, this is the first time in a little while where I'm going into an elimination chamber or a multi-person match, and I have no fucking clue who's going to win. Like, if I had to
this one?
Yeah, the women's one. If I had to put money on this, I really wouldn't know where to go. And 2, I have such a vested interest in a specific person winning. Whereas normally I'm kind of taking a step back unless it's an AJ or a Nakamura, people I really like. I'm usually taking a step back and watching it as a whole. Whereas this, unless Iconics get eliminated first, I'm going to be locked onto them the entire time trying to see how they can finagle their way into winning this match. But again, maybe I sound like a casual fan saying that. I don't know. That's just my opinion. To me, they're a fucking tag team.
It's interesting. You've been coming to mind when I've been on like Instagram and stuff, and I see a lot of their, I don't know, I feel like they've been more active about these tag titles. Media? Yeah, the Iconics, like more active about these tag titles.
But they were one of the
recent weeks
in the past, man. I remember NXT promos with these two talking about how they want to win tag titles one day. That's why.
Yeah, you never know.
So I think it would be incredible if they were the first. Well, I guess first reincarnation or whatever the hell, because I know there was tag titles back in the 50s or 60s or 70s or,
Yeah, and then TNA.
I mean WWE, but yeah of course. So for you,
is there? Do we know who's the last team? Is that a thing or no? They just that's at random.
No, it was more just the first one. I kind of like that though.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, Donovan's here. Don's take, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. So some like Fantasyland stuff that probably won't happen, but like I'd be down with it to happen just because it pissed people off. I would like the Bellas to like show up and like jump Naomi and them and
Carmella, since they've been a tag team for all of 2 weeks
minutes
and feuded each other 2 months ago.
Yeah, the Bellas jump them and take their place, and the Bellas get the luck of the draw and end up coming out last, and they beat Bayley and Sasha at the end. And you know how fucking mad those fans would be? Yeah, and the Bellas are heels, and they,
And you can look, but you can't touch.
That's correct. Yes.
You know how long I was waiting to say that?
Unless you're a Henry Cejudo.
Who's that? The dancer?
That's the
the UFC fighter.
Boy.
Yeah, she's getting all over the fucking. Yeah. I seen her last night in the preview for Total Divas, fucking dancing with that guy from. She walks up to fucking Daniel and Brie, and she's like, "You guys are not picking anyone for me ever again." Like,
okay,
fuck.
So there you go. Is that airing now or is that coming?
As far as I know, that's airing now or come. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I think I stopped in season 4.
The
maybe I don't know
outside
how I got that far.
Fan base of wrestling who watches that. I don't know who watches that show.
There's more than you.
But yeah,
think.
no, exactly. No, no, that's true. So I think we're gonna get the Bells at Mania regardless of that because of they bring interest from outside. Not like fucking The Rock or Ronda or something, but they do bring a different demographic.
And they'll lose the belts at Mania. Is kind of that? Is that where you're going with this?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
Or if they don't come now, maybe they end up challenging. But I think that they're there for sure. But fuck all the Mania. I think that this would be a good way to do it. I think. I
like it. I mean, I'm a fan of the Bellas. I'm sure some people.
They're a tag team.
Yeah, genuine. Yeah. Not that they can do twin magic anymore, but yeah, they. Fuck. Remember that one week when Brie did it and she pulled the fucking tissues out of her bra? Like, it's not me. I'm not Nikki.
Oh
look,
my God,
look I stuffed my bra. What the fuck was that, man? That was like 3 years ago. But yeah. I would like that. I think if the Bellas do come out and they're one of the entrants in this match and they win, then that takes away from this match being in the main event, which is something I thought might happen. I don't think that they would close the show with the Bellas winning the belts. No, personally, I don't think so because it's going to get a negative reaction, and I don't know if they want to close.
Well, not from the little girls that, like, I guess, like, I'm saying negative, but, I don't know how people would react.
If it's Sasha and Bayley, man,
yeah.
Even the little girls are going to be cheering for Sasha and Bayley. You know what I mean? Little kids, anyone.
Unless they're total Bella fans.
You never know.
Anyway,
Dawn's take.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there because I want to, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. And if it does, then yes, you heard it. But if the match just stays as it is, I'm going to go with Nia and Tamina.
To win?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah. Just because I think Nia's like on some momentum.
And the beastness, the fucking dominating.
Yeah, I like their gear. Like, they look like a tag team to me.
Yeah.
Like, I know they haven't been together as longer as some of the other teams, but they got a good presence to the way that they look. Tamina's like, I don't know if she's carrying her load of the team at times.
Yeah.
If ever, but, Nia, yeah, let's do it. The knockout, whatever, the Big Show punch that she's going to do.
Fuck.
She's going to clock Sasha
No
Banks and
way.
knock her out and win the match.
Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for that match. Like I said, I don't know who's going to win, and I'm very curious to see who is going to win. And let's hope it's the Iconics. The main event, the men's eliminate.
It's not the main event.
Well, I'm telling you, if the Bellas don't come out, then the women's will be the main event. But if the Bellas are coming out, then this will be the main event. I mean, I know that's pretty circumstantial specific scenario, but
I catch the drift.
One of the two chamber matches is going to be the main event.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'll put them back to back.
Doesn't seem like a lot of matches to me.
No, I mean, I didn't. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's normal, I guess.
5, 6, 7 plus 2
okay,
chamber matches. Normally we got about 8. So the men, what do we got here? We got Daniel Bryan.
The new
Daniel Bryan. We have Kofi Kingston from the New Day replacing your boy
Mustafa Ali, yeah,
who was injured this week or last week. We have Randy Orton.
Randall.
Samoa Joe. No little comment. I was waiting for you to say something about Samoa Joe.
Win a match, maybe?
Yeah, that would be fantastic, and he's not winning this one, so that's another one bites the dust. Jeff Hardy.
Next favorite.
Put somebody else in this match, please. Anyway. And who else? What do we got? I'm missing somebody.
AJ Styles,
yes,
the phenomenal.
How did I forget him? The phenomenal AJ Styles. And we know entering first.
Oh, do we?
No, actually, no. It was the opposite.
We know who's last.
Yeah, the gauntlet match was to decide who was coming out last, which was Randy Orton. And holy shit, did you see the finish to SmackDown?
No, I didn't.
Bro.
I didn't. You told me about it. We talked about it on the phone. Yeah.
That RKO by Randy with a minute and a half left in the show, if that, was crazy. Don't get me wrong. The camera was focused on AJ way too long to the point where like, oh, okay, we know Randy's coming somewhere. AJ hasn't looked behind him once.
Yeah.
He's just staring at the Jumbotron. But it was the timing. I'm not even kidding, bro. It was RKO. He jumped on top, 1, 2, and that little fucking, square WWE copyright letting you know we're about to go off air. That was in the bottom lower third, right-hand side of the screen before the 3 count was over. The 3 count finished with that on the screen. They zoomed out a little bit, showed Randy, boom, cut, done. I don't know if the gauntlet match went a little long and they had no fucking time and they had to wrap it up and they literally told Randy, we need you to sprint to the ring as fast as you fucking can, hit the RKO, jump on him, and we'll try and get it all on TV. Or if it was planned that way, kudos to them because they did it perfectly, executed it perfectly. But
out of nowhere.
Exactly. I don't have a Randy Orton sound effect. I'm working on getting more, but yeah.
He doesn't even have a thing, like a tagline. Like, what would it be? Like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, Randy.
Yeah.
I know it's totally random, but like,
maybe just maybe the beginning of his intro. That just the guitar riff. That.
Why not? Hey. No.
Maybe. This is off topic, but I'm still waiting to get no, I just want one that's boss time. That's the one I want more than anything.
Oh, my God.
A little off topic. But yeah, so Randy's coming out last in the chamber. We don't need to spend too much time on this. We're kind of approaching the end of the show as it is. But
I'm sad Mustafa Ali's not in the match.
I don't know. I know you had a lot to talk about, which we can go longer than we planned anyway, but it doesn't matter if you want to go into your Kofi stuff a little bit or give me a winner and a reason.
Daniel Bryan will retain the title, I believe. It's like what we said with whoever I can't remember at the moment. Too soon to take the belts off.
Oh, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. I feel the same way, I feel the same way about Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Especially with that new belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Daniel Bryan's going to win the match. I'm
going to go as far to say he might even retain at WrestleMania as well. Like, I just think he's going to do some shit. He's having a good run too, so just let's keep it going.
We'll see. That would be cool if he retained at Mania, cuz aside from Brock, I don't know how many people we've seen retain at Mania as far as big titles in the last little while.
AJ retained against
against Nakamura. Yeah, because they had the handshake and the low blow, and that's a good point. Thank you. That was last year. Figure it the fuck out, Nick. But yeah, I agree. Daniel Bryan. The one thing I don't 100% agree with you is the comparison to Bobby Lashley. I think you could take this off Daniel, and he would still be okay.
No, yeah, he'll be okay. I'm not saying he wouldn't be okay.
No, I just mean with Bobby, you take that title off him right now, and
yeah, he might just drown.
Exactly, because that's the only thing keeping him afloat right now. That and his amazing manager.
Yeah,
so maybe a different type of scenario, but yeah, I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan retains, goes into Mania to fight. We'll talk about it on the roundtables in the future, but I like your theory of Rey Mysterio. We'll see.
Or KO.
Or
Your
KO.
boy.
Or KO. Hey.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show.
Oh, that'd be wicked if he just showed up, like maybe at the end of the chamber.
Yeah, he cut a promo on Raw.
That's what I'm saying. Like he could just pop up and just.
Yeah, he said he's going to be good in about a month, but he could have just been.
He's good enough to throw a kick or a burger down someone's throat. So you know.
That's true. Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about your Kofi stuff?
Yeah.
Because I know you saw that awesome Kofi promo that was on
YouTube
and then his match
It wasn't
as well.
that awesome. There was just certain pieces of it. I was, I was waking up in the morning. I was just doing my thing and chilling out, looking at some WWE YouTube. And
Yep.
I don't know why I decided. Probably because it was long. I was like, this is 7 minutes and 30-something seconds, 40 seconds. I'm like, okay, it's the New Day backstage, WWE.com.
Why is this 7 minutes?
I'm like, why is it so long? Let me hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
So I was watching it and I was getting really into it. I was really, because at first when you told me that Kofi was the replacement, I was like, oh, really? Why?
But he went 60 minutes.
Yeah, which is impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive. And but it's just like there's no real steam behind Kofi, and we've always I think everyone at the PW LookBack and fans in general of wrestling have always pegged Big E as he could be this standout guy.
Yeah, not Kofi.
But after this, man, no. I could see some shit. I feel like they're not gonna do it, but like, man, bro, we're gonna watch this after the show off.
Yeah, we got to.
There was little glimpses. It was all three of them talking for one. They were kind of going back and forth. Xavier was pitching Kofi like, this guy's been here how long? This is his time. This is his time now. He's been here over 10 years. How many chances have you had at the WWE title? Kofi says, I could count on one hand. I could count on two fingers maybe. I don't even need the whole hand. He's like, I know how many times I've fought for the title. And he's like, you don't got to get, if you don't, what's the old saying? You don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
Yeah.
He threw that in there, and I like that little touch of it because he was like, yeah, I stay ready. So when an opportunity like this comes, boom, look, I jump right in. I jump on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a heel promo, but there was little like, I would love to see like Kofi as like some type of a heel with the New Day, man. With a maybe a secondary title first. We don't have to jump right to a WWE title. I'm not saying now would be the time.
Yeah.
But like, man, I seen little glimpses in the promo, and because they got serious for a second.
Yeah,
and,
we're gonna
and
have to
Big
watch
E
that.
even
Or I'm
said,
gonna have to watch
Big E's like, people think, because we can sell pancakes and cereal, and this is how we can't get serious. Like they were all kind of going back and forth, and it always went back to Kofi. And there was like this, he had a real serious type of look on his face at times, and I was like, man, I could, like, these guys, if they went into a heel version and still they don't have to break up, they can stay together and still do shit. And Big E and Xavier can do things, or Xavier can take more of a back seat because he does so much other social media and he's a talker. I could see him like a mouthpiece more so for Kofi. Let Kofi talk less.
Totally.
Big E the muscle,
Or maybe Kofi or Big E and Xavier go for the tag belt.
that as well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, I seen something here that I was like, god damn, fantasy booking 101.
Something can be done there.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like I seen it. I was like, this guy, like.
No, we're gonna watch that, or I'm gonna watch that after. I'm very curious.
And he could he's not the biggest guy either. Like I feel like Kofi as a heel, even being a champion, like, man, these guys could run a serious fucking program. I feel like
with DB and Kofi.
Not even with DB. I just mean in the future after WrestleMania.
Okay.
Maybe do some shit with the US title. We don't have to go WWE title, but if you
Not
want to
yet.
go WWE title, why the fuck not? Because this guy has been here forever. He's been putting in work. We've never had a black WWE champion. So why give it? I would be okay with it being Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, that cheeses me. I can't believe that's an actual stat.
Yeah,
it's fucking mental. But the only other thing, because we'll pretty much get into the end of it, but the other thing I wanted to say, and it's about Kofi and Mustafa. This was something I had heard as well, and it piqued my interest, and I'm curious to get your opinion. Do you think Kofi do you think Mustafa was going to be in the same spot? Like, do you think Mustafa was scheduled to go 60 minutes and beat Joe, continue his storyline with Joe, beat DB since he's already beat him before? You know what I mean? Like, do you think Kofi literally was just inserted into the exact same spot that Mustafa was going to be in? I'm talking as far as the gauntlet match, not necessarily the chamber, but for what they did on SmackDown, I can totally see that being...
That would have been awesome. Fuck.
That's probably what would... Not to... I know you're a huge fan of him, and you always talk about guys you like getting hurt. It's like a fucking curse.
It's a curse.
And I just put it out into the world.
Yeah.
But...
Or fired.
Yeah, or fired. But yeah, so maybe Kofi was the perfect guy because they knew he can go, he can wrestle, and, well, obviously he can wrestle. He's been there forever. But I just mean he can go for a long period of time. He's probably comfortable with all these different types of people that are coming in. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just thought that was a point to bring up because it definitely could have been the case.
Yeah, it could have been. True. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was or wasn't, but you brought up a lot of good points as well that, he can go with all these guys. He's wrestled them all a bunch of times.
Yeah.
They can rely on him too at the end of the day. Like he's a guy that they can rely on, and he can go.
I know you didn't watch the match, bro, but there was a couple points where he got fired the fuck up. Like he got beat up like by Joe because he eliminated Joe the same way AJ beat him with the flipping over of the Coquina clutch. Mm-hmm. You know when you kind of flip over and trick the guy into a pin. So Joe was in a rage, beat the shit out of him outside the ring, started a Coquina clutch. AJ came down, helped Kofi, got Joe off of him, told him to go away. And then he got Kofi in the ring. He's like, oh, you ready to go? You ready to go? Like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, they were standing, and Kofi fucking pushes him with 2 hands right in the chest. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking I didn't say fucking whatever, but he's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Like, he was getting fired up. And then there was a few moments, I think it was against AJ, where he was like yelping. Bro, it was crazy. I've never heard anybody sell like this. Like, he was getting kicked and punched, and he would like yelp, and I know that sounds horrible for anybody listening, but like it was a yelp. So big ups to Kofi. Shout out to Kofi. We'll see what he does in the chamber. Maybe he'll do some crazy shit and climb on the walls and stuff.
You know what? I hope. Honestly, at first I wasn't excited, but and after what you're telling me too, I hope it comes down to him and DB too. Like,
oh, that'd be cool.
Just let's do that at least.
Yeah,
at least, guys.
With all that being said, I guess that's the roundtable.
Yes.
Wrapped up. Went by quick.
Yeah.
I feel like we just sat down. It's crazy. It's been good. I think Elimination Chamber this Sunday is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm sort of excited, kind of.
Yeah,
we'll excited for Kofi now. I am.
Excited for Kofi. We'll see how it goes. Thanks, everybody, for checking out the show. This has been the Roundtable, episode 24. Just me and Don. If you want to follow us on Instagram, at Twitter. What the fuck am I saying? At PWLookBack on Twitter and Instagram. Give us a follow. Hit us up on the DMs if you want to give us topics for lookback shows, championship lookbacks, roundtable questions, anything like that. Send us an email, prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com if it's where you want to do that. If you want to send us an email. We don't get too many of those, but it's there for the people if you want to send us an email. That's 3 times I've said that. One of these days I'm going to be able to get this outro perfect, but until then you have this mumble jumble that I get into now. ProWrestlingLookBack.wordpress.com is the website. iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube is where you can listen to all the shows. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes if you feel the need and you like the show. Give us a comment on there as well. We'd appreciate that. I think that's pretty much everything. Check out teespring.com if you want to get a PW Lookback shirt or, mug. Shout out to @Stringers one more time. Thanks again for having us on the show. It was awesome. We look forward to meeting up with you guys again in the future. Check out me on Twitter as well, @Salsa, SCELSA.
@JustDon44.
I'm Nick. This has been the Roundtable, like I said, episode 24.
Yeah, and I'm in the top 1%. Stay classy.